severe famine now struck the land, as had happened before in Abraham's time. So Isaac moved to Gerar, where Abimelech, king of the Philistines, lived. The Lord appeared to Isaac and said, "Do not go down to Egypt, but do as I tell you. Live here as a foreigner in this land, and I will be with you and bless you. I hereby confirm that I will give all these lands to you and your descendants, just as I solemnly promised Abraham, your father." When the men who lived there asked Isaac about his wife Rebekah, he said, "She is my sister." He was afraid to say, "She is my wife." He thought, "They will kill me to get her, because she is so beautiful." Immediately, Abimelech called for Isaac and exclaimed, "She is obviously your wife. Why did you say, 'She is my sister'?" "Because I was afraid someone would kill me to get her from me," Isaac replied. When Isaac planted his crops that year, he harvested 100 times more grain than he planted, for the Lord blessed him. He became a very rich man, and his wealth continued to grow. Finally, Abimelech ordered Isaac to leave the country. "Go somewhere else," he said, "for you have become too powerful for us." So Isaac moved away to the Gerar valley, where he set up their tents and settled down. Isaac's servants also dug in the Gerar valley and discovered a well of fresh water. But then the shepherds from Gerar came and claimed the spring. "This is our water," they said, and they argued over it with Isaac's herdsmen. From there, Isaac moved to Beersheba, where the Lord appeared to him on the night of his arrival. "I am the God of your father Abraham," he said. "Do not be afraid, for I am with you and will bless you." "Why have you come here?" Isaac asked. "You obviously hate me, since you kicked me off your land." They replied, "We can plainly see that the Lord is with you, so we want to enter into a sworn treaty with you. Let's make a covenant. Swear that you will not harm us, just as we have never troubled you. We have always treated you well, and we sent you away from us in peace. And now look how the Lord has blessed you." So Isaac prepared a covenant feast to celebrate the treaty, and they ate and drank together. Early the next morning, they each took a solemn oath not to interfere with each other. Then Isaac sent them home again, and they left him in peace. That very day, Isaac's servants came and told him about a new well they had dug. "We found water!" they exclaimed. So Isaac named the well Sheba, which means oath. And to this day, the town that grew up there is called Beersheba, which means well of the oath. At the age of 40, Esau married 2 Hittite wives, Judith, the daughter of Beeri, and Basemath, the daughter of Elon. But Esau's wives made life miserable for Isaac and Rebekah.
Okay, so have you ever felt the weight of expectation? Like, you've got big shoes to fill.
Oh, absolutely. That pressure to live up to a legacy, it's a universal thing, isn't it?
Right. And today, we're diving into the life of a guy who knew that feeling well. Isaac, son of Abraham. Talk about a tough act to follow.
No kidding. I mean, this is the guy who literally argued with God and came out with a new name and a promise.
No pressure there, right. We're talking Genesis chapter 26, family legacy. Tough choices, those unexpected twists and turns that life throws at you.
It's like inheriting the family business, but in Isaac's case, the family business is, well, being chosen by God.
Exactly. And just like his dad, Isaac gets hit with a real curveball of famine. It's like, come on, haven't we been through enough?
Talk about testing your faith. So what does Isaac do? He packs up and heads to Gerar. Sounds familiar. Well, there's a reason.
Oh, yeah, I see where you're going with this. It's like history repeating itself.
Exactly. Isaac's father, Abraham, also went to Gerar during a famine, dealt with his own set of challenges there.
Makes you think, did Isaac ever think, here we go again?
Yeah.
Like, Dad, you left me a roadmap, but it's full of detours.
Right. But isn't that just life, though? Those echoes of the past shaping our present, even when we're trying to forge our own path?
Totally. It's like that feeling when you realize you're acting just like your parents, even though you swore you never would.
Exactly. But anyway, back to Isaac and Gerar. He's a stranger in a strange land, feeling vulnerable. And he gets this, well, let's just call it an idea.
Oh boy, here we go. This is where things get interesting.
He decides to tell everyone that Rebecca, his wife, is actually his sister.
Whoa, hold on. A little white lie in those days. That's a bit risky, don't you think?
Remember, things were different back then. We're not talking about updating your relationship status on, some social media app. Oaths and covenants, those were serious business.
Right. It's not like you could just send a text saying, hey, just kidding, she's my wife.
Exactly. Isaac knew that Rebecca's beauty could make him a target. And let's be honest, he'd seen this movie before.
Oh, you mean with his own parents?
Exactly. Abraham pulled the same she's my sister trick with Sarah, and she ended up in Pharaoh's palace.
Talk about awkward family reunions. So Isaac's fear, it wasn't totally unfounded.
Not at all. He was trying to protect himself, protect his marriage. But of course, secrets have a way of coming out. And Abimelech, the king of Gerar, well, he wasn't born yesterday.
He puts two and two together, figures out the truth, and let's just say he is not happy about being lied to.
Rightfully so. But here's the thing, this wasn't just about hurt feelings. This was a big deal.
This was like breaking a sacred vow.
Yeah, absolutely. If one of Abimelech's men had married Rebecca thinking she was available, it would have been chaos, a violation of their customs, a breach of trust with huge ripple effects.
Talk about dodging a bullet. Okay, so things are tense, right? Abimelech has every right to be furious, but then he does something completely unexpected.
Complete 180. Instead of punishing Isaac, he becomes his protector. Makes this big announcement anyone who messes with Isaac or Rebecca answers to me.
It's from 0 to hero in 5 seconds. This sudden change in the power dynamics, it's pretty wild.
It really makes you think about Abimelech. He could easily sought revenge, but he chased justice, protection, even for the guy who deceived him.
That's some serious moral high ground.
It really shows the weight of leadership back then. Abimelech, he had to think about the bigger picture. He couldn't risk the fallout if Isaac and Rebecca were harmed on his watch.
So Isaac goes from fearing for his life to being under the protection of the king. What a turn of events. But, as they say, the plot thickens. They say, more money, more problems. Well, in Isaac's case, those problems came with a side of envy. Seems like his blessings were a bit hard to swallow for some folks, especially the Philistines.
It's like that saying, comparison is the thief of joy. Imagine seeing your neighbor prosper while you're struggling. It's easy to let those feelings fester.
And boy, did they fester. Instead of maybe asking for some investment tips, they go after Isaac's most valuable asset, his water supply.
Talk about a low blow. Water is life in that region, especially for a livestock owner like Isaac, filling his wells with dirt. It was a direct attack on his livelihood, his future.
Not to mention a total disrespect to his father, Abraham, who dug those wells in the first place. It's we're not just going to mess with your present, we're going to try to erase your past, too.
And the symbolism there is huge. These weren't just holes in the ground. They were a connection to his heritage, a tangible reminder of God's faithfulness to his family.
It's like ripping pages out of your family photo album. But Isaac, he doesn't just pack up and leave. Instead, he does something pretty amazing.
He digs again, reopens those wells one by one. Talk about resilience. He's reclaiming not just water, but his family story, their legacy.
It's like he's saying, you want to play dirty, fine, but I'm not backing down. This land, this water, it's in my blood.
And get this, he doesn't just dig new wells. He gives them back their original names, the names his father gave them.
Wow. Talk about a history lesson.
Yeah.
But of course, peace and quiet never seem to last long, right?
Nope. As he's redigging, he runs into more trouble, this time with the local herdsmen. Suddenly, these wells, meant to be a source of life, become a source of conflict.
It's like everywhere Isaac turns, there's another obstacle. He's determined. You got to give him that.
Oh yeah, he doesn't give up easily. And the names he gives these new wells, they tell the story. Esek, meaning argument, Sitna, meaning hostility. It's like you can feel the tension just hearing those names.
He's literally naming his struggles, like marking them on a map. But here's the thing about Isaac. Even when he's naming his problems, he's also making progress.
Exactly. He keeps digging, keeps seeking, and eventually he finds it. Rehubal.
What's that like? Finally found a good spot in ancient Hebrew.
Close. It means open space, a place of freedom and abundance. Imagine that feeling after all that conflict, finding a place to breathe, to thrive.
It's like that sigh of relief after a long, stressful day, but on a whole other level. Isaac's found his footing, his place to flourish. But this is Isaac we're talking about, so you know there's got to be another chapter to this story.
Oh yeah, and it takes him right back to his roots, to a place steeped in family history. Beersheba. Remember that
Could I
name.
forget? That's where Abraham had his famous encounter with God. Talk about a legacy.
Exactly. And at Beersheba, Isaac experiences something truly profound, something that will shape the course of his life and the future of his descendants. But we'll dive into that right after this.
So Isaac finds himself in Beersheba, a place practically buzzing with his family history. It's like stepping into a time capsule, right?
Totally. And just like his father before him, Isaac has this incredible encounter with God. Talk about a family tradition. It's this powerful moment of connection, this reaffirmation that the covenant, that promise made to Abraham, it's now his to carry.
It gives me chills just thinking about it. Like Isaac's facing all these challenges, these doubts, and then boom, God shows up. It's a reminder that he's not alone, that he's part of something bigger.
Absolutely. It's like those aha moments in life, those confirmations that you're on the right track, even when things get messy. But here's the thing about Isaac's story. Just when you think you've got it figured out, there's another plot twist.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
Yeah.
Abimelech. That's right. He's back. You know, the king who went from wanting Isaac gone to practically adopting him as his bodyguard. What's he up to now?
Word travels fast, even back then. Abimelech hears about Isaac's success, about this renewal of his family's covenant with God, and it's a game changer.
Suddenly Isaac's not a threat. He's like the most popular guy in town.
It's like everyone wants a piece of that blessing, that favor he's found.
It reminds me of that saying, success has many fathers.
Right. And Abimelech, being the savvy leader that he is, he sees an opportunity. So what does he do? He reaches out to Isaac, and they make a peace treaty.
Just like that. From rivals to, best buds over a peace treaty.
Hey, stranger things have happened. They have this big feast, oaths are sworn, hands are shaken, the whole shebang. It's like sealing the deal on a whole new era of, diplomacy and cooperation.
Talk about burying the hatchet. But the best part, the very next day, Isaac's servants find water.
And not just a trickle, we're talking a gushing well, a sign of abundance and blessing. They even name it Sheba, which literally means oath. It's like the land itself is celebrating this newfound peace.
Okay, now that's what I call a happy ending. Isaac, the guy who started out feeling the weight of his father's legacy, facing famine, fear, and some seriously shady neighbors, he comes out on top.
It's a reminder that even when we feel like we're living in the shadow of our past, our families, our own insecurities, we can still find our own path to abundance. We might have to dig a few wells, face some tough choices, maybe even tell a little white lie when we're scared.
And hey, we might even have to make peace with our rivals. But through it all, like Isaac, we have to hold on to that faith, that hope that there's a bigger plan, a Rehoboth, that open space waiting for us. So, as you go about your week, remember Isaac's journey, how he turned challenges into triumphs, and ultimately discovered that even in the driest of deserts, blessings can spring up when we least expect them.